CSM365 Breakdown Podcast. Welcome to the pod. Late night, early morning sports talk with your host Jay's Perspective Party. All right, folks, we in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Making sure everything's turned up, everything's right. You know I gotta make sure everything's right. So hold on. All right, I said 12:30. We here on the dot. 12:30, folks. 12:30. We're here on the dot, and I said 12:30. We're here. Salute, man. I'm here. Make sure we can get that. I don't know if y'all hear that. I don't know if y'all hear that. But we should be live on our TikTok. And yeah, we should be live on TikTok and YouTube tonight. We've been on Facebook and YouTube, but tonight we finally got them to give us the YouTube and TikTok on the restream. Salute to restream. Welcome everybody to the CSM365 Breakdown. It's the late night, early morning sports talk with Jay's Perspective. Since I'm crafting my scripts, I started delivering mine early. Some of y'all are right here. Okay, now, as we get set up over here, y'all, bear with me as I get, I'm just making sure everything is tuned and turned the hell on. All right, now first victim. Let's see how bad we sound, folks. I'm glad I did get it over before my daughter came in the room. Because man. Oh, wait, don't sound bad at all. I can hear all the background. Okay, that's YouTube. All right, we got YouTube up and we're good. Let me get the Josh McDaniels up here.
Really hard worker, smart kid, can process a lot of information, which allows you as a coach to try to use him in the ways that he should be used. Explosive, I think we all saw that the other night, and tough, physical. So I have many negatives to say about Trey, but excited to coach him. We've had some really good players with skill sets that are somewhat like his. Maybe nobody quite as fast as, Vereen was probably the fast. Him and Danny Woodhead were fast, but Trayvion's fast. So excited to be with him. Everybody sees Trayvion the same way. He's first of all, he's a tremendous kid. Awesome individual, really hard worker, smart kid, can process a lot of information, which allows you as a coach to try to use him in the ways that he should be used. Explosive, I think we all saw that the other night, and tough, physical. So I have many negatives to say about Trey, but excited to coach him. He awesome individual, really hard worker, smart kid, can process a lot of information, which allows you as a coach to try to use him in the ways that he should be used. Explosive, I think we all saw that the other night, and toxic, physical. So
all right, good. So now I got to find out which one am I on. All right, folks. One second. There you go. I guess it's like a little minor delay, right? It has to be some kind of little minor delay. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure it's good. All right. All right. I checked the YouTube. All right, folks. All right. So that's why. All right. I was still connected. All right. My phone is still connected to the soundboard. I don't know where I have my own. I got all my scripts right here. I mean, how you know if you go live? It doesn't show if you're live on TikTok if you go to your profile. I mean, how you know if you're live? I'm supposed to be actually live, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. All right, so apparently we're not live on our TikTok, but we're supposed to be live on TikTok as well as YouTube. I'm just checking out to make sure that we are getting all our ducks in a row. However, I see this is not working, folks. Not working, folks. It's not working. So I might be going back to the same method I had before. I think it should be. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's it right. Football is back, folks, and this is. Hold on, let me get my mic. My mic up right, just in case. I really want to see how it sounds today. Right. Okay. I'm honestly, I thought my mic was messed up. But I was like, wait a minute, I got it be plugged into the computer. Anyway, so this is. I don't. You know what? I don't know. Let me look again. Let me make sure. Because I know it's when I check it when I go live and I'm doing the YouTube and the Facebook live. I never looked and seen if it was Facebook. Mm. I mean, he gave me a nice, I got a nice little script. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are week 2 preseason of Clutch Eye on the NFL, y'all. Clutch Eye on the NFL. We have it is football's back. Football is back. I don't think y'all can appreciate. 1 second. Hold on. All right. Apparently. No, it doesn't show live on here, right? It sure does, man, folks. All right, so this is. Wait, let's see. We're supposed to actually be. Oh, I got 501 likes on this joint. Yeah. Well, all right. Now, if it says that I'm live and I then went to YouTube, check the YouTube live, verify I'm live, and I go and I'm supposed to be on TikTok live at the same time as YouTube live, right? What is the problem? Now you're telling me, hold on, let's see. Let's look at this. Let's just go up here to the channels. Yeah, if it's any channels, pull them up. Where my light at? So I can light my blunt back up because they about to blow my. Please don't blow my. All right, it says streaming. Oh, TikTok live monitor. Okay, but it's streaming. However, my YouTube is public. Oh, it says I'm live now. Oh, wait, hold on. It says I'm live now. Hold on, wait. YouTube is public. Oh, there it goes. Oh, never mind. We good. We good now. All right. So which mic are we fucking? There's three microphones in front of me, guys. Y'all playing. Hold on. I'm about to show you. I got like three fucking mics in front of me. All right. Wait. Is it the same? It, it, I don't know how to figure that right up. Right. So this mic hooked up. It gotta be this mic. Yeah, it's that mic. So I fucked up, guys. Sorry. I'm fixing it now. All right. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. So that explains a whole lot of shit right there. Okay. Okay. So now go back up. Go back up. Put the board back up and then what is up, everybody? Salute everybody in the chat. Welcome to the CSM365 breakdown. It is a late night, early in the morning sports talk with Chase. I'm trying to make sure I keep it for this one. All right, okay, so getting my life together over there, guys. All right, there you go. Bluetooth back up. Getting my life together over there, guys. That's all the noise from my ass right there. That's crazy. I turn the mic down, turn it back up. Oh, I'm trying to shit up. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I sound fucking somewhat decent, guys. I'm a little stiffler full of GR. Alright. Alright. So, okay, everything's back connected. Apparently, you can't hear that. All right, and I'm making sure. Okay, so it is you, correct? Thank you. So I can put your ass right here. So this mic, I found out which mic it was. I'm putting it over here so I can talk on it away from, because the headphones pick up everything, and I don't want to use the headphones. But I might have to use the headphones. Oh, I might have to use the headphones, boys. I might have to. It pick up. It picks up. I don't know. All right, fuck that. Let's get this shit started. Waste some time. Time and energy. All right, there we go. Sounds kind of fuzzy. All right. So anyway, folks, welcome to the CSM365 breakdown. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is late night, early morning sports talk. I'm just getting straight to the whole thing. We got football back, preseason week 1. Monday morning after the game, it was a whole bunch of storylines, a whole bunch of good topics to discuss, a whole bunch of stuff, and I must bring it to you. Yeah, sir. So, I mean, it's actually banging. Like, I don't know if it is done. Let me make sure. All right. I don't know what's. All right. So, I don't know what's. All right. So, it's this mic right here. So it's this mic. So it's not this mic. It is the one that I'm on. Oh gosh. Oh. All right. So all right. There it goes. Okay. Pardon me, folks. I just brain fart. Literally a brain fart, guys. All right. There it goes. Okay. Pardon me, folks. I just brain fart. Literally just had a brain fart.
Literally a brain fart. So all right, then it goes. Okay. Pardon me, folks. Brain fart. Literally just had a brain fart. Literally a brain fart.
Oh, yeah, while I'm doing that, guys, guess what?
Brain fart. Literally just had a brain fart.
Oh Lord, it's hard to play back myself. I can't play back myself, y'all. It's horrible. It's freaking horrible when you have to listen to that playback of yourself. No, we can't do that. No, they're on my YouTube right now. We stuck still. Okay, cool. Just making sure we had it. Alright, I'm closing all this out. I'm gonna just go straight with what we supposed to do because I'm making sure it was live. I didn't like that fact that I didn't do it and going. It's crazy. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the CSM365 breakdown. Man, football is back and we are going up. I'm gonna tap the screen, give me on some of that good stuff. Oh love. Oh man. We getting ready for week number 2. Training camp is pretty much getting ready to wind it down. It is, I know what they're gonna say. It's preseason. It's supposed to look bad. It's supposed to suck. No, it's football. I want to see good football. And what I've seen from some games, we ties people. Nobody wanted to win. I'm trying to figure that one out, but sheesh, we're gonna get right into all of that. Trust me. It was just a feeling because I mean Sunday, I was like, "Ooh, I got the chills" because it's Sunday football. Then when I watched it, I was like, "There's so much other shit I could be doing right now." The Saints, what was that, guys? What was it? What was that we watched on the film? What was it? We're going to open up with a blast. We're going to talk about this league. We're going to run down some of these spotlights for these highlights. We're going to talk about some of the stat crunching. And guess what? I'm giving you some of these clutch previews, as well as a rapid fire Q&A with the final drive. This is the CSM365 Breakdown Podcast. I'm your host, Chase Respective. Welcome to the late night, early morning sports talk. And in the ticker, we have scores. Like I said, some of them are, oh, wait, no. Oh, did we just lose everything? What? I can't do this. All right. Good late night or early morning, depending on where you guys are going to catch us from. This is, like I keep saying again and again and again as I fix this thing. It's not working out. Sorry. I feel so bad. Is it not working? I don't know what the fuck is happening. All right, there we go. Back to it. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Didn't make any sense to me. But week 2 of the preseason, guys, is already here. The starters are pretty much stretching their legs. The rookies are fighting for their roster spots. We got some disgruntled players who haven't got their contracts signed. We got players who are looking for a job. However, the coaches are definitely trying to figure out who's about to make them look like a genius or either they're about to get fired. Because after week 1 of preseason, and this is why a lot of people hollering it's only preseason. However, the excitement behind preseason is that the product on the field gives you a display of what possibly could be. And after looking at CJ Stroud, then last year's Jaden Daniels, and who shall it be this year, teams are in the market of trying to get that. And so far, some of these rookies who they say weren't quote unquote good have been phenomenal. However, it's preseason. So people are going to let you know that don't get wrapped in a hoopla and the hype and all that because it's preseason. However, we're about to go full throttle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to deep dive, give you some of these key stats. We're going to look at some of these previews, and we're going to get you set for this weekend's upcoming games. So, without further ado, let's start with the top headline that everybody is talking about. Y'all know what it is. Quarterback competitions, guys. Okay, we have whoa. Before that, breaking news for me. Whoa. New Orleans Saints fans, check this out. You have Chris Olave questionable with a ham tweak. We gotta pull that up on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. But the quarterback debate heating up. After watching the majority of backups start this weekend, after watching a number of backups start, some teams have it figured out. Some teams have not a clue. Follow me here. They do not know what they're about to do. And can we blame it on management? Can we blame it on coach? Who can we blame it on? Because let's dive into it. My boy Drake looked sharp in the preseason opener. However, Braves gave him more first team reps. Braves is going to give him more first team reps because the fumble on the opening drive with him, the jitters, because it is a first game and then you're under it's a different intensity than just sitting there and practice. So Drake is definitely going to be tested, especially coming up, and we have the Minnesota Vikings coming in with a Brian Flores defense. So this is no easy test that the young man is going to face. He's going to get tested. Washington with the walking? No, it is not. And then we already seen Minnesota do what they do. So I'm not shading or throwing away the fact that this is going to be one of those moments right there. No. This is there is a few people pardon me, because I forgot to put that note in there. The running back market. All right, a couple of years ago, y'all remember the running back market was a joke. People was not trying to pay the running back. They were trying to get over. They were like, it's not. Now they're trying to lack on the one. And this is not okay. Wait, I went to the wrong file. Yeah, dang, I went wrong for it. Cause dang, I'm wondering. Wait a minute, why do I have? All right, sorry, fans. I do apologize, and I don't do this no motherfucking often. God dang it, just don't make no goddamn sense, man. However, I do have my Patriot Bliss up there. I can't run that screen down. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, dang, bro. I thought I had it. Anyway, dude. There is, man, I want to look. I'm gonna pull up Kellen Moore's response. I think we can play that over here because it comes through here. Now, wait a minute. My guy had some questions to answer after what we witnessed. Let me just go ahead and remind y'all of what happened. Here we go. All right. And yes. There it is. There it is. All right, folks. Spencer Rattler, he got the start, but it didn't exactly light Bourbon Street up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was no wow factor in the preseason opener. And if you want him to, if there's some kind of seniority, you're in the starting seat, it would be Hayner. However, I don't think they see anything in Hayner. So Rattler was given the opportunity to showcase. If pay attention, he started training camp with Rattler out there. Boom. Next day it was Show, but then he seen what Show was about. He switched to Rattler to see what he was going to. Then he was, I'm gonna do the back and forth, back and forth. Well, after watching Sunday's action and seeing him out there and still not produce, only for the second guy to come in and spark a fire and get, first and foremost, my boy, look, wait. Tyler Shaw, he steps in right. The guy steps in the game. It definitely had a little different tempo. He was a little more cocky and confident, right? Now, why? He did throw a pick six to cornerback Eric Rodgers. One read, one bad throw. It was 6 points the other way. However, he would respond with a 150-yard touchdown dime to Mason Tipton that had the fans overlooking it, but it was not enough because right when the man was cooking up, he took him out of the kitchen and put the next guy in, and the next guy, well, we seen what happened with the next guy. Same thing that happened when he got in the game when Derek Carr went down. But this is a new coaching regime. This is a new everything. And Kellen Moore, I swear I keep screaming this. Why do not, why do, why, there's no, you can say, why you don't, no, we're going to say, why don't you have a veteran quarterback? Because after what you put on the field, if the Saints don't bring in somebody or get some stuff done this week, I don't want to hear the excuses. His first year, and we're going to give him some leniency. First year, and you had a draft. However, we have to watch. There is some good stuff that came out of there, though, guys. Mason Tipton, he just jumped up the depth chart. Kendre Miller, he looked hungry. He had limited reps. Kamara did not touch the field. First team D was disruptive. They got 2 sacks early. The second unit was missing tackles, soft coverage, preseason sloppiness. You know they're gonna be cleaning this week. I'm just saying they got it. And to the point, where is Show? Like, if Show gonna start, or is it gonna be what, Rattler or Hayner, or are you gonna bring in somebody? Because out of the entirety of that game, the first half was dry, bland. There was nothing going. The ball was moving. However, Spitzer even said I should have at times took off and ran. And then when I thought about and I tried it, so here he is. He's not sure enough. Not saying he's not sure. He's not like what I'm gonna do. Respectfully, he's a rook, and Kellen Moore is a rookie head coach. Yes, he was a Dallas offensive coordinator. He went to LA, then he went to Philadelphia. There was 3 jobs of being an offensive coordinator. The third job he hit with the Super Bowl ring. Now the Saints bring him in and they make him head coach. And nobody thought that, hey, Derek Carr retired. What do we have on the roster? Let's look at it. Let's not play the game, guys. That's just not right. So let's dip around the league. Jackson Dart and the Giants. Russell Wilson, his first game of preseason, folks. So I expect people to be rusty. I expect people to be kind of off, but you have to allow. This is why you don't look into what the started. But most starters don't even play the first, unless you want to get like one series in just to, knock the rust off. Jackson Dart comes in and he was calm, he was composed, he was 12-19. He dropped 154 yards, a tutty, rookie or not. The boy looked ready, but that is just from us outside reporting. He looks ready. You have Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston right behind him. So, I mean, you have something in the Giants. The talk should be around that defense. The defense has significantly gotten way better, especially when you look at the division that these boys in. Think about it. The Eagles, they won the Super Bowl, whatever. Right behind them was the team they beat to get to the Super Bowl was the Washington Commanders. And then it was the Dallas Cowboys. And now you have the Giants. So now the Giants are looking up at, wait a minute. So we got to give the Giants defense way more respect than what, I mean, like, honestly, we got to give them way more respect because, dude, they put on while everybody went eyeing over a rookie. And I forgot who it was that said it on GMFB this morning. They said if it had his way, he would not touch the field this season. Rightfully so. If you got a starting quarterback, you bring a guy in, you pay him okay. Anyway, Cam Miller of the Raiders, sharp in some short work though, 6 to 7 with a TD. That seemed to be the theme of opening weekend for some of these guys, right? Because it was like, I'm gonna let them get in there, get a stretch, a rep, maybe score, and then come on out. And that's what Cam Miller did. And then wait, I know y'all want to get to the whole point of where we're about to get to. But before that, Jalen Miro. This right here, my guys, I think I talked about this yesterday on what was it? I was on. I think I was on a late night, early pod last night, and I was like, "Wait, Jalen Milroe of the Seahawks." There was a lot of talk about him. However, the Seahawks did go get Sam Darnold. They brought him in after the year Sam Darnold had. Jalen Milroe is, they were saying Lamar Jackson-ness. Like they were comparing him from what we seen in preseason. And I'm like, now that is one of those reaches that I would not jump. Like I'm not jumping up because it's week one. We don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't even know what's going to happen in September. So from what we have right now, they perform. They're clutch. J.J. McCarthy of the Minnesota Vikings. Little short, another one, short cameo. However, he scored. Like I said, most of them was looking as I'm gonna let you get in, let you run around and probably get hit, get your feet back wet. Because Cam Ward of Tennessee, he had that chemistry with Kelvin Ridley, which is needed. Listen, AFC South, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, and okay. Wait a minute. Jacksonville, Houston, Indy, Jacksonville. That is crazy, y'all. Look, real blank. Anyway, Jacksonville, Houston, Indy, and I'm missing somebody out of that. Like they not. That's not. It's not a real bad division anyway. Andy Richardson, we got some talk about him to take to. Anyhow, the Titans definitely need that with that division right. The Tennessee, I'm told y'all I had a brain fart. The Titans had drafted the Mayo man, Will Levis, comes in, doesn't pan out to be what it's supposed to be. Right when we talk, right before we could talk about a quarterback debate with them, guess what? Levis news comes out. I didn't even get on that news because it was like, wait a minute. It was like, really? However, JJ McCarthy, he's now coming to face the Patriots. So I hope that KOC gives him a little more of that routine so he can, at least get touched, by our defense because we want to see how we do. Now, the other guys, now we ain't gonna say the other guy because Quentin Ewers was favored to be one of those guys. I don't know what happened. He went to Miami. I got a chance to see some of his play when they put him in. Okay, let's just say, let's just let's just say, I don't know. Then there's guy Leonard, then there's McCord, then there's Mertz. These guys still trying to find their footing. The turnovers, this is what kills them. That is the absolute. However, the one guy that they all questioned and wondered and awed and laughed and and disrespected and all that good stuff. This young man, he seemed to have a switch that flipped, and he's been performing. And even through a little injury, he's still gunning. And people want to not like him, but why? My thing is, you can't like somebody you don't know. They do something that you don't like. You have every right to have your opinion, your perspective. However, he's an NFL quarterback. He don't play for your team. You don't like him, cool. But the young man was drafted, and all the negativity and everything, right? It came out. However, 2 TDs, NFL arm, pocket poise. Not a lot of pocket poise, I must say, because he still was doing some of that he was doing when he was over there in Colorado with that run, trying to extend plays and lesson. There's guys on the other side that damn near as fast as you. Cleveland might have something because you know damn well they're throwing the ball in there week number 2 to see if he can duplicate what he did week 1. Because they got another rookie who was injured, and you got Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett's he's injured. You bring in Snoop Huntley. I guess he's learning the playbook still. So definitely you're going with your hot hot guy. It's inevitable. So when they get on the Shador and they trying to bury my guy, he goes out and he performs. You don't expect him to, like, I don't expect any rookie to come in and be a game changer. Like really. Like you're gonna have those moments. You're gonna have because it's a whole transition. So when I'm looking at young man, he's playing in Cleveland, guys. First, let's get it out. Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland. Not gonna hate on Cleveland, y'all. Cleveland rocks. However, that says a lot about what the problem is with some stuff. Okay, now the depth chart at quarterback is ridiculous. So that's another thing that is going to be figured out around here. All right. Wait. Oh my. I'm like, he looked good in training camp. He looked good all over. However, guys, until regular season starts, until there's some real actual pressure, until it's go time. All this is nice. You want to see this because this is telling you you don't have a limit in the garage. You know? You know? Okay, I thought you know. All right, guys. Oh man, look. This, well, I'm getting to the killing. I gotta go find these people. Right. Anyway, I'm not talking about that today. All right. Time up here tripping. Oh, wait, you can use we no don't like the rival uniforms. No, but guys, I don't think that anybody outside of maybe the Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy, Jalen Miro know he's gonna be sitting behind Sam Darnold. Kyler Murray did not look good, and I don't think Arizona got a quarterback out that deal. Quint Ewers, he didn't look poised when he took the field. We didn't see Caleb Williams. We did see some of his stats on. I'm not gonna post. I mean, it's up on Twitter. However, it's training camp, and I know some people get frustrated. I'm not gonna take it on because the man might have one of those OCD moments. We all have them. However, The clutch takeaways from this weekend's preseason opener. Quarterback battles are the preseason goal. The Saints, Titans, and Giants all have a legit decision coming. Not necessarily the Giants or even the Titans. Saints definitely do have one because you don't want to start out flat. Spencer Rattler, I like the young man. He got dealt a bad card. However, that was nursing home food for the first half of the game. And most importantly, what we work on in training camp is red zone, third down, red zone, third down, goal line situations, right? They want to make sure when we get down there in this situation that we can get in there. Well, okay. Okay. All right. Call me the bad guy. I don't. It doesn't matter. It did not look good at all in this preseason. And I know we're going to say it's the first year head coach, Kellen Moore, just getting his feet wet. He just, no, 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 no. He's been through this 3 times before he came here to be a head coach. So he knows what he's doing. The rookie class, now let's just say they came ready to play. There's, there's a strong group of people that are sitting there with the Twitter and or the X and the Reddit, and they're staking their claim why Dart and Sanders are leading the race to be starters week 1. Not happening, guys. Sorry. I thought Terry McLaurin being disgruntled and want to trade. Hell, the Patriots got some money. I thought, but then I'm like, no, it don't make sense. Let's not do it because we actually have pieces on here. We have pieces. No, no, my boy, right here go. There we go. Now, this is according to Dove. And salute the Dove climbing, bro. Y'all go make sure y'all give my boy Dove like and follow. Dove said the Browns have released their second unofficial quarterback depth chart. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shador. All right. All right. If anybody knows what motivation is, it comes in many different forms. I don't know what it is, but this is how it was from Jump Street. I ain't seen nothing change. You want each you want each of your quarterbacks to be able to perform as if they are number one. You do not want to have, oh, this guy's gold, something happened to him. And the next guy comes in and everything stops. No, we're making it about developing. And I can understand when you look at that quarterback, it's crazy. However, you know that, okay, he's good. Kenny Pickett injured. Joe Flacco, I don't know what they're doing. I guess they already know. Dylan Gabriel, he's coming off an injury. So you gotta throw Shador in there. And then I don't know why Snoop not on that list. They just brought him in for what? I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. That's one of those things that doesn't make sense. So look, I'm gonna let you know, don't trust the box scores. Okay, look, I understand that y'all seen that 48-18. Y'all can trust that. That's the Patriots beating the breaks off of the Washington Commanders. We beat the. You understand me? That was that. You can take that and run with that. Stamp that. Put that in your memory bank right there. Lock that down. Now, the other stuff that you've seen, I don't know. There was ties. There was so-called. It just didn't. I mean, I know And it's what makes this kind of hard to report this because it's the first game back. There's so much injuries and takeaways and we might need this piece. Oh, this defensive line didn't know. Oh, wait. This a lot of shit. So look, we're gonna dive into stay tuned, stay clutch. Hold our horses though, guys. We're getting to is this oh man. Oh well guys, we know what's his name is back. College football is coming back. I will be giving you a little Tulane, Green Wave, and maybe some LSU tuck coming up. But your Big Easy breakdown, guys, and a full preseason kickoff review from Jay's perspective, giving you a clutch perspective. We're just getting warmed up. Now, week 2, I promise you, is going to bring some more heat, better play, some more. They're going to instill what didn't work and what went wrong, and this will be, trust me, they will drill this into their heads. However, I just don't know. Now, Travis Hunter had a good moment, guys. He had that welcome to the NFL moment, if you still believe in that, because my boy was out there doing his thing. And I'm not sure for my fantasy football leaguers, if you're going to try that experiment, I'm not touching it. My boy Javon Baker was at practice today, y'all. That was good. Afton Chisholm, this guy who nobody ever heard about, little white guy. But we always find us a good one. And boom. You gotta be leery, guys. If you don't know, this guy right here is about to change the game. Salute to Mr. Chisholm. That guy right there is a problem already. Now, you know, man, look, anytime you see a goat highlight up there, guys, you know, I don't want to go back down memory lane, but I'm so happy because, matter of fact, let me go and pull up the 100-yard. We're going to pull up the 100-yard, y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat tonight. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, we got a message. Let's see. Yeah, y'all can tap in with us on X at the CSM365 breakdown. This is where we're at right there, folks, right there. Okay. Now, where is my butt? This was at training camp today, folks. Well, 2 days ago. Drake May and Steph is hooking up when they was complaining about. Let me tell you what they were complaining about. It was that the first, it was pretty much Drake's first play. Now, this is something comedy gold right here, y'all. This right here is, I've been trying to clip this thing all day to put up on the stream. However, we got it right now for y'all exclusively. CeeDee Lamb getting
Bowman's on the sideline can clear things up as we look at CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. Kyle?
Yeah, this happened right in front of me. CeeDee Lamb was celebrating behind his defender. He was so excited he jumped in front of an official, and the official ran over CeeDee Lamb. On the sideline, that's where the penalty comes in, and he was off the sideline, he was outside of the box, and so CeeDee's the one that's being penalized here for the Cowboys sideline infraction.
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. Kyle?
Yeah, guys, this happened right in front of me. CeeDee Lamb was celebrating Jonathan Mingo getting behind his defender. He was so excited he jumped in front of an official, and the official ran over CeeDee Lamb. On the sideline, that's where the penalty comes in. And he was off the sideline. He was outside of the box. And so CeeDee's the one that's being penalized here for the Cowboys sideline infraction.
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at CeeDee Lamb on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, this happened right in front of me. CeeDee Lamb was celebrating Jonathan Mingo getting behind his defender. He was so excited he jumped in front of an official, and the official ran over CeeDee Lamb. On the sideline, that's where the penalty comes in, and he was off the sideline. He was outside of the box, and so CeeDee's the one that's being penalized here for the Cowboys sideline infraction.
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. Kyle?
Yeah, guys, this happened right in front of me. CeeDee Lamb was celebrating Jonathan Mingo getting behind his defender. He was so excited he jumped in front of an official, ran over CeeDee Lamb. On the sideline, that's where the penalty comes in, and he was off the sideline. He was outside.
Right, there we go. But look, CeeDee Lamb made that news. He not unintentionally, Mike Tomlin, right there. Mike Tomlin had one of them, but he didn't have one of them. CeeDee got one with the ref. And now the NFL is definitely looking at probably giving him a fine. You're saying you can't be on that white. It ain't right. Oh, but look, I had this up the other night. This was hilarious for me. And to get any responses, how many playoff wins since 2000 each team had? To me, it was like, what? However, you would be surprised the amount of playoff wins your team has. And just say, a lot of people are not too enthused. Oh, guys, we dropped a new episode of the pod. You can check us. Yes, sir. All right, here we go, right here, folks. This right here is... I'll tell you, we got everything on this. We not playing yet. All right.
There he goes!
I'm going to bring him back. It happened so fast, and blanking is over, and all of my boy Big the
number 2 draft pick.
The first time
back. Coming out.
The first time on the field. There it goes.
There's your speed depth. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. It's already a new season. Oh my God, the number 2 draft pick. And this ball's coming out.
Yeah, I know. Y'all don't see that.
There's your speed depth. There he goes. Oh, there he goes.
Opening kickoff.
It's already
return.
A new season.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, the number 2 draft pick. And this ball's coming out.
I was happy to see this right here. This is what led to Drake May after we got the ball back and Drake was out there. Drake said, I just seen the kickoff. Everybody hyped, everybody's feeling themselves. He goes, bad snap, fumble. So I couldn't fault him for that. It's preseason game 1, guys. Now listen. I already showed y'all where y'all can follow us at on X because that's where we're at with our little updates. But let's get to some of that old good news that you can use. All right. I might just drop that bitch right now. Nope, I actually not gonna, because then I ain't, nope. That means I had to do something tomorrow different. Yeah, no. I was about to just give you the breakdown, my breakdown for my blitz that is coming out in the morning. It'll be out in the morning. It'll be out in the morning. It'll be out in the morning. I'll give you a little tip. I'll give you a little snippet. All right. Training camp day 14, the finale before joint practice took place August 11th. Now, the offense continues to struggle in too many drills, stuck without a rhythm, ending with a missed 55-yard field goal. Both kickers went 3 for 8. Offensive starters like Stevenson, Henry, and Kendrick Bourne all set out further, thinning the runner and receiver depth. However, safety Kyle Duggar looked in the danger zone, guys, and reduced playing time. Rookie Marcus Bryant, he got sprinkled into the both of the top and second units. Now that's the guy. Him and DJ, they cutting up. Now heading to Minnesota, camp is in the mirror, and the pressure is about to be on. Snippy, beautiful work right there. It is the Patriot Blitz. That is that work, guys. I'm talking about, because it's on in Minnesota now. However, there's questionable marks that definitely have to be answered, because this defense, well, a good defense is going to push every button, and then Minnesota is trying to make a stamp on it. And then, you know what? After dropping 48, the Patriots are now on every pretty much radar, playlist, whatever you want to call it. Now, oh yeah, look, I got my bike brake rules. Yeah, I mean, no. You know what? Let's just go back up here. Because, I mean, weekend was full of excitement. There was some good ones. There was some less impressive ones. There was some ones, just say Justin Fields, and the Jets, excuse me, taking care of business against Green Bay. Buffalo and the Giants. Those games right there definitely had signs of this team, one could be better than the other. Meaning, I had posted a poll on our X, and it was, which of these playoff teams might not make the postseason in 2025? Meanwhile, a lot of teams around the NFL have gotten extremely better. They've added wide receiver depth. They've added pieces to the offense. They've even gambled and rolled the dice and paid. So we might not see a Kansas City, Buffalo, a Baltimore, a Cincinnati. It might be time for a Giants, a Lions, a Chargers, a Raiders, a Patriots. Like I threw that in there. A Jaguars. It could be any number of teams, because the NFL stands for not for long, folks. NFL, not for long. After watching my team win 6 of them, and then the guy leave us and go to Tampa, get that good money in retirement, and get a ring. Nothing lasts forever. You'd be a fool to believe it. All right. So we can get it cracked open. Y'all seen it. We got it. Thank y'all for tuning in to the CSM365 late night, early morning sports talk. Jay's perspective. All right, guys. What we got? Adam Schefter reporting the Tennessee Titans signed quarterback Trevor Siemian. Oh my goodness! See what I'm talking about? When you see teams going out getting these guys, they're bringing in a veteran presence, and they've waived Tim Boyle. Also, Senator Lauren Cushenberry has passed his physical and is being activated from the PUP list. So Tennessee is definitely making sure that Cam Ward has a legitimate opportunity. And I mean, they brought in Trevor Siemian. He was decent in Denver at one time. I don't know what happened. Now, around the football, have given Jackson Dart the lowest grade among the three rookie quarterbacks. What you say? I'm not making this up. They saying my boy, and after hearing all the glaze, they giving him one, and that's why I don't be paying attention to some of them people. Dolphins assigned Aaron Shapkin. Okay, they need a running back. Okay, what are we doing with Brees Hall? Because I heard he was on the chopping block too, but apparently. All right, Amir Abdullah on the season. What? The 49ers are placing Amir Abdullah on season-ending injury reserve. They've waived cornerback Tanner Mordecai and activated offensive line Andre Dillard off of active physical, unable to perform. That's the pup. So pretty much the 49ers are cleaning their roster up. This is it for it. Now, Frisco is going to be interesting. That's going to be the more interesting of the AFC West teams to pay attention to because they have chosen to go all in and have not been back since, but they're trying to build. And all right. This is a good question because I'm telling you right now, it's this guy right here. See this guy, right? Travion Henderson. I know Shador is going to probably get a lot of that, but Travion Henderson, then I will give it Shador, and then, we can go with Dart and maybe Warren. I don't know. But I'm not glazing again. No. All right. And who is this? Oh, okay. And Eagles Pro Bowl guard Landon Dickerson is thought to have suffered a meniscus injury in his right knee per source. So he's going to get some options. He's going to get it done. He may be sidelined. Just know that line is not going to suffer because of the butt. Now, this dude right here came back, and he was supposed to be back on the field today, folks. Matthew Stafford, he was not at practice, and they're saying he's good. They just want to make sure that he's really good. They're not going to put any pressure or anything on it. Sean McVay was saying he's just going to let him chill. That's the best thing for him to do after you seen what happened week 1. Oh my goodness, I would not want to go out there either. I would see. I mean, you can't stop an injury, however. You just don't want to further the chances. Okay. All right. You see, I'm talking about line offensive, defensive end. I'm on a lower leg injury after leaving practice. Myles Garrett and Shador Sanders on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. The team's going to rock with him. However, Colorado's unranked. Dion, we need you to, they're gunning for him. So, I mean, right, dude, it's not like honestly, it's not like you went 9-4 You know what I'm saying? We're talking about college football. College football is picky. You lose one game, it's over for you in college football. 9-4, and I mean, we need to stop with these headlines and Twitter topics. Like, guys, come on. Wait, hold on. This is my bun, is it? Yep, 70-yard. No, all right. Brandon Aubrey in preseason, right? A year ago, he had a 66. Now, this year we have Cam Little who ripped a 70-yard field goal. That was wild. All right, here go the top 25. Here go the top 25, y'all. Here go the top 25. Let's get to it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, ooh. This is like, hold on, let me blow this up. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know about this. I can't expand this yet. I need to see it. This is ridiculous. Wait, all right, hold on. All right, so pretty much, all right, let's see. Number one, bro, I mean, you know, they. All right, there it goes right there, folks. This is the top 25 for college football, which shall be starting a week, 2 weeks. I mean, sheesh. I'm just a little into the whole thing that they have Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami at the top. Michigan way at 14, guys. Come on now. Come on. I know we did bad last year, but no. I'm not in with this, y'all. What do y'all think? Anybody, what do y'all think? This is not good. This is not good. You want me to buy into? Anyway, LSU is 9, Alabama's 8, Oregon 7, Notre Dame is number 6, Georgia 5, Clemson at 4, Penn State at 2. That's the worst part for me is Arizona State at 11, and then Illinois, South Carolina. This is college football. This is the AP. The AP needs to stop. Somebody over there is smoking some good dope. Somebody's over there getting lit. Shout out to them for getting high as a kite in that building, because I don't believe this. This is we're gonna do our research. Ooh. Y'all, I got one of them. Left leg, hip, whatever it is. Oh, that thing hurt. Oh God. That been kicking my ass sometimes. All right. I do not agree. Nope. I'm glad you knew. You put a poll up. Look at that. And the killer point 60% of the people agree this stupid. Oh, not stupid. They don't agree with the poll. I'm just not being 40% of these motherfuckers saying yeah. And it might be the ones that's in a top 5. Of course, they go, what Clemson did. Clemson didn't do nothing last year. Ohio State, they lost to Michigan, and yeah, they won a national championship. Penn State, y'all choked at the right time. Texas stopped. Georgia, they fell apart. Notre Dame, they was hyped up and they believed that they was going to do it, and when it came down to it, they didn't do it. Oregon went where they had a rematch, and Alabama. They were what? They were that guy, and then it has not. And then LSU, well, we know LSU. They was trying. And then Miami. Y'all lost that one game at the end right before. I mean, come on. We're talking. And then we're gonna go to Arizona State, Illinois, and South Carolina. Them 3 right there. What the? Are you kidding me? Texas Tech at 23, Tennessee at 24, Boise State. Now I understand, no, like Boise State waiting. They in that conference over there. And then Florida, they didn't even know, man. This is disrespectful, guys. This right here must have been a mock-up somebody posted and didn't make no sense because I don't even get it. I swear I wouldn't get it. This don't make no sense. All right. Hey, somebody out here bribing people. Somebody out here bribing people to get their teams on the list because this don't make sense. Yeah, I mean, they got people. I'm looking at the comments, and the comments is like people is like, this. All right, we Matthew Stafford. All right, now Deion Bush ruptured Achilles. So poor guy. That's the 3rd rough one of the preseason. It was Baltimore, that Cone guy, and then Maurice Norris with Detroit Lions, who ended that preseason game, and now this guy with a ruptured Achilles. That is why I'm just that's another reason why you kind of want to get out there and run around and kind of stretch and get loose, because you can play it safe, but then get out there week 1 and day 1, opening game, first play of the game. Man, I didn't see it happen. Tom Brady, I don't remember, man. We had a guy named Matt Castle came in. We went to 11-5 and still didn't make the playoffs. But when Brady did come back, he was a monster. And then when he got suspended, we had Jimmy G and Jay Brisket. You want your guys to be able to stand in the pocket and hold the flame in case your guy goes down or whatever. And they delivered. And then when he came back, that was a Super Bowl run. So, sheesh. Today, this is not nothing. It's really nothing that complicated, guys. But you can't buy a ring. You could buy a ring. You can't buy this ring. You can't buy 6 of them because then, you know, if you did, you probably was in the before we was all okay. Now this guy right here, Mr. Travis Hunter. Okay, we're going to be giving you some attention, but trust me, you don't want it. I don't, you know, I honestly don't. Oh, there's a documentary? Let's watch this, guys. Let's get to this. There's a cowboy.
The world who we are. The legacy of the Cowboys.
America's team.
It's either love or
The Dallas Cowboys. It was a soap opera. When I bought the team, I had a vision of what the game could be.
What a read by Evan Smith.
Like the Lurker.
they were loaded everywhere. That's why we say by land or by air. You couldn't stop it. We just never let up.
We just had that swagger.
We were as popular as you could get. And that's a beautiful thing.
The only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
They were the ones who let the egos get in the way.
You could sense that there was a power struggle.
And then the wheels totally came off.
There's trouble at the top of America's team.
Guns and videotapes.
So-called White House, money, drugs.
I remember thinking, the dynasty's over.
When you got two teams that don't like each other like that,
It became a brawl. Only football families win championships. We were a football family. The belief that we had in each other went beyond just the game.
After all of that criticism,
The Dallas Cowboys
all of that risk,
are one of the greatest dynasties in the history of the NFL.
we did it our way, baby.
3 rings.
Man, boy, rocking, yo. Ain't nice. See, that's kind of wild right there. No cap. That is kind of right. I watched a documentary about that team. That specific team, like that specific era of the Cowboys, was the that was man, that was a wild time. And like, but they won rings. See, that's the difference. See, they was winning despite all that foolishness. That bitch was winning. And you can be let me see, you can be a victim of your own madness, your own demise, your own success, your own delusions, put like that. Because that's the only way they went down. It was a whole bunch of shit. However, oh man, this is crazy right here. This is great. I'm going to be posting this and asking for questions. I'm CTAing this. The top 10 of college football. Stop it. This is crazy. Wait. Notre Dame at 6. Oregon, Alabama. Hell, Penn State at 2. That just takes the cake right there. That right there takes the cake, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know how many people follow and watch college, but that right there takes the cake. I'm not even, they don't know. All right, so we have that there. All right. What? All right. Well, yeah, I would put him in there because the bug got beat up. Okay, now top 3 in first AP poll of the season. Texas, Penn State, and that were that close for number 1. I don't believe it. So you mean to tell me Penn State, who did not win the national championship last season, who when it came down to a more than qualified opponent, could not keep up, and they're number 2. Okay. We know the AP is biased, y'all, and I'm going to keep it all the way around. There's no way you're going to tell me that Ohio State loses to Oregon in an epic game. And I don't like Ohio State. I'm a Michigan fan. First and foremost, shout out to the Wolverines. They lose to Michigan. Everybody talks trash about them, but they go on a meticulous run and leads them to winning the national championship. And wait, let's go back up to this. Wait. Let's go back up to this list. Where is it? No. Because see now I told you they got my interest now, but we about to start digging, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to buzz up and home. Welcome to the late night, early morning sports talk with Jay's Perspective. We are the CSM365 breakdown podcast. Hey, now look, I just broke it down for you. Ohio is number 3. Penn State is number 2. Texas is number 1. Are you kidding me? Oregon is way down here at 7. Notre Dame shouldn't even be up at 6. I'm not even going to take out a stake and say LSU shouldn't be 9. No, they shouldn't be 9. Alabama, nope, they did not play today. So, damn, are we kidding? I can't even make a claim for Michigan because it was a transition year, but hey, it's this whole list is just a who the fuck what drugs were these people on? I need some of that shit they were on. I mean, Because my slogan is making me look at this and say this don't make no sense because Texas shouldn't even be number one because why is Texas number one? Let's get to that. Let's find out. Why? When Quentin Years went down, he came back. They were mid tier. They weren't what was advertised. So when I tuned in, I was like, this is the he put Arch in, and of course, all the hoopla around Arch Manning, but wait a minute. What happened? They didn't win a championship. Then we go in Penn State. Penn State got what? Oh my goodness. Penn State, when it's time to play a top tier upper echelon opponent, not a conference opponent. I'm talking about what happened why they're not a national championship. What is this shit? Now I had to say. Because then right behind them you have Ohio State, and then you go Clemson, ACC. Wait, hold on. This is retarded because Clemson at 4. So we got SEC Texas, Big Ten Penn State, Big Ten Ohio State, ACC Clemson, Georgia at 5. Georgia, they fell apart too. Like they literally did. Not Notre Dame. See, if college football would do it like the NFL, where they recognize that, oh, you got a good regular season record, but when it comes down to you performing in your bowl game or performing to get to where man, that's a record too. And when it supposed to matter, these teams, they didn't show up. I mean, Notre Dame. Now, Oregon, by them losing, drop. However, better than 7 though, because Oregon ran the top for a minute. They beat Ohio State in a wild game with an epic ending. However, when it came down to the rematch, they couldn't match. So I give them that. You could have had them motherfuckers up there in the top 3. You got them at number 7. Alabama, really? You still put them in the top 10 because it's a name. Same thing, I think, with LSU. Same thing. And then Miami, why they end up? What happened? Because, I mean, before the Cam Moore, they weren't buzzing and sniffing at what happened. Okay, let's talk about it. They don't want to get to that. Now, look. SMU is 16. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, the criteria I must have missed for why we have all the teams that was hyped up, but when we tuned in and watched, that shit was right. See, all right. I'm letting you know now. SMU got handed a whooping stick, and they whooped their own self. Iowa State, Ole Miss at 21, Indiana, they was hot, and then they ran into a brick wall and crashed down. Yeah, okay. A&M, oh goodness, Oklahoma. Why we got 10? Why we ain't got Tulane up there? We might well put Tulane up there, Army up there. What the shit? Are we gonna be favorified? Damn, make no sense. However, Boise State, Tennessee, Tech. This is just ridiculous, folks. But hey, that's what we get. It's college football. AP voted. That's what it is. That is just run my whole moment with that. So, everybody, please take a shot, because if you're a college football fan, you just got a dose of middle finger to the face. You got that. Wish I could hear that, because I got that. Yeah, that shit is funny. But before I go, let me get to the Spencer Rattler. My boy. My bud was dry, y'all. Look, wait, look. This is crazy right here, right? Every Spencer Rattler pass and run versus the Charger, and this is a 2 minute and 19 clip. Okay, it's not that long, right? So
play action for Rattler, deep drop. Pressure comes, hit as he threw it towards the sideline and out of bounds.
You make me wince all the time.
Watch how he move the ball down the field, y'all. Watch this. Imagine seeing him watching this.
Rattler, quick throw to the outside. Johnson makes the grab, but he's spun down short of the first down with a flag down. 20 for this Saints offense.
Look at this. This is 3rd and 20 on this one.
Deep drop, steps up in the pocket.
He said, that's the play he said I should have ran. That's when I should make decisions to run or
play action. Rattler feeling pressure. Matlock couldn't get to him. Rattler going to tuck and run. He won't get there. Yeah, I'd say that generally fits. when you sign a deal,
when you get
like Justin Herbert signed, as Rattler over the middle and a tight window is tipped. 3rd down and 7. Chargers bringing the blitz up the middle. It's caught. It's going to be short at the 45. It was taken in the 2nd round this year out of Louisville. Quick throw to the outside and a quick for New Orleans. Like maybe an early jump. No flag comes in. And they'll strip. Chargers all over it. They force 5 turnovers against the Lions.
And right there, let you see that. Right down, strip sack.
Look out. This receiving room has a chance to be really special. 3rd down and 7. Rattler steps up. Time runs out. Rattler looking to get it, and he does with his legs into Charger. 2 running backs in there. Jones.
That's the whole point, knowing when to run.
And he is devoured.
Because clearly, y'all, my boy didn't even he didn't think about it. He didn't think about it, and that was
option here already.
The point of why you're
D2 product from Ferris State. Flag down.
The starter of
this. Going to take a shot toward the sideline.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Because somebody, wait. Yup. Exactly. This is. Do you see that right now? That's how they think about the Saints. I was being nice. I was being honest, and I was staying true. However, this is the pick 6 by Tyler Shaw right there. Oh no, all right. After the pick 6, he then goes and throws a 54-yard bomb to Tipton, which was the highlight of the game, which actually had some that's what sparked interest. But after that, in typical Saints fashion, they just turned back to crash and burn. Like, that's crazy. Let's look at it. Look, you see it right now. Look, it's right. Look, my boy, he threw a pick 6, came back, not letting it dip me. Boom, 54-yard play. And now, what comment says, Tyler Shaw rebounds from a pick 6 by throwing a beautiful touchdown toss. The ability to move the ball and rebound from a bad play is not something we saw from Spencer Rattler in the 6 starts or in the first half. That's the Saints fan. I'll give you a repost, my boy. I like that comment. And it's going to be content for me in the morning for this little epic little video I drop. All right, now look. Tyler Show did some things I couldn't do. He did the same. All right. Well, that's true because you gotta understand. I showed you the video. The guy, look, this is the stats: 7 of 11 for 53 yards, no touchdown, no interception. He had 3 out of 8 sacks on the day. Rattler, and he's not saying anything and trying to make a spot for him to be that quarterback. Rattler, he definitely took a step back with that performance, and I understand. Again, I understand. It's preseason. It's game 1. It is working out the bugs. And these guys are learning a new system. Both of them. Rattler got drafted last year, and now he has a new coach. Hayner, he's coming in to the whole situation. However, no excuses. There's no real, I literally gave 2 minutes and 17 seconds of their highlights. That's pretty much what we can find. And I'm not trying to dunk on my boy. I want to see him literally succeed. It just ain't going to happen, my God. I don't. And sheesh. Wait, let me find. Where is. I know he got freaking, what's the name of it? Where is it at, bro? Where is it at? Oh, wait, you know what? I just put it up right here. Matter of fact, let's just pull up. We're going to pull up the press conference right here. Let's pull up. We're going to hit some press conferences, and then we're going to get up out of here. And we're going to get up out of here and then get ready for the next fucking show. Because I got I almost ganked, bro. That did some nice though, right? We on the Minnesota, baby. Camps in the mirror. And guess what? It's on. Day 14, grind. The Rangers are loading for joint practice. Next time we break down live rap performance rookie headlines, who's separating Minnesota. I'm the perspective, and this is the breakdown. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah. Man, I did not want. You know what I'm talking about? I did not want the Saints press, bro. You know what? I'm sorry. I should have been more specific. I put in Saints, bro. It should have been press conference, right? Rattler was trending, but it ain't nothing trending. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did besides not do anything. All right, here, look. This is the Boot Crew Media, right? But they be doing anything. All right. That's what I'm saying. There is not from preseason week 1. Understand? I actually got to witness and watch a beautiful game with some excitement versus watching nothing. That's what this was. Nothing. So that's
Spence did some good stuff coming out of there, using his feet in some situations where he had some avoided zone areas. He's able to make some plays out of it. Probably for us, just playing some situational football where we were close on getting in the range for some points, and we just weren't able to get those things done. Tyler played a little bit more just between the second and third quarter.
There we go.
Great 2-minute drive right before the half. I thought he did some really good things there. He
Great
felt under
2-minute
control. I thought
drive
he managed the
before the half.
situations really, really well. Yeah, you throw a pick, you got to respond. And obviously, no one wants to throw an interception.
No, he waited
the way he responded was really, really good.
run
For him to come back and handle that, from an emotional standpoint, really well. I thought that was awesome. And then he made a big play to tip there. And Jake, just the way it played out, Jake only had those last 2 drives. He hopped in there. Obviously, unfortunately, he had us moving, and then unfortunately the pick again. So, big lesson for us is just we got to protect the football.
When it comes to Tyler, is that the stuff you were talking about, learning from your mistakes and just flushing them and getting back out there in the field and having those type of big plays?
No doubt. We don't want to create turnovers. We want to avoid those as best we can. But the way these guys respond is really, really critical to us because that's what's going to happen in this league as you go through these seasons. And so, I thought he did a great job. We'll learn from the interception. We'll learn from that one.
That's what he said.
What
you do when you respond
is
is
Was the plan always for Tyler Shuck to sort of see the majority or the bulk of snaps, or is that just kind of how things played out?
We're going to be fairly close, but just the way the circumstance of the rotation, and he ended up getting a little bit more, but we had some flexibility within that schedule.
It wasn't the plan. Rattler did not produce.
Right after that interception, kind of intentional on your part, you have an opportunity to get that back, basically.
Certainly felt like he handled it really well. He hopped back out there. We were moving the ball again right after the interception. We got in a situation where we had a 1st and 10, had an opportunity to be a little bit aggressive, and I think that's the beauty of these quarterbacks. If we can call it aggressive, take what they give you. When they don't give you those shots, you can find completions underneath it. That's a great way to play.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it, right? If you can take what they give you and find ways not to give them plays. So his game plan was to go in there to try and get away with punch that bench in. However, didn't get it in. Defense, don't give them nothing. That didn't happen. And not only that, don't give the ball, don't turn it over, and turnovers. And as of late, you haven't heard anybody say they're bringing in a what's his name, a quarterback. Matter of fact, hold on, watch. Let's look this. Let's go see what they got. Let's see. Wait, we're gonna pull it out right now. We're gonna go pull up the simplest way of finding out one thing that you people own. What is the Saints about to do? Because after see, wait, let me move it. Wait, what is this? All right, and all right, here goes that one. NFL, right? Now again, folks, but yes, we have the triplets definitely coming tomorrow. We updated the logo. We updated. All right, I was about to miss y'all because girl, it was about to think. Look, y'all looked at it. All right, anyway, folks, there we go. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. I thank you for holding there nice and patiently. But it's the late night, early morning Clutch Sports News. All right, folks. No SpaghettiOs. I already seen some of this. Oh, man. This is about to get wild, y'all. Hold up. Oh, man, it's about to be wild, y'all. All right. Brandon Ayuk is coming back, but that'll be about week 6. So, fantasy leaguers, anybody who has any stock in it, you might want to hold out on that one. All right. Let's look. Ooh. Y'all think the NFL gonna be mad if we come over here and use some of their footage? I'm just kidding. Look, we just came over to see if they was making any noise about the Saints. Apparently not. If you mean, I would be on cam more if I didn't smoke. Like, that's a good thing. All right, guys. Dylan Gabriel, he has a hamstring. However, he participated in 11-11, so I'm expecting to see him this week. Definitely going to see him this week, guys. Yes. So we will. I wonder why they kept saying quarterback debate. I guess they really trying to ban him to do it. However, guys, Baltimore, that was a pretty good game, 24-16. Philly and Cincinnati, that was a good game, 34-27. This right here is retarded. Okay, Las Vegas and Seattle. Pete Carroll is the new head coach in Vegas. Geno Smith is the former quarterback for the Seahawks. And this somehow is a tie. Listen to me. That is unheard of, right? Because let me see, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we're talking like 7 years. I've been looking at football from the media side. All right. And prior to that, we were looking at it from the fan side. Now we're looking at it. And if you, like me, have been watching this, a tie in preseason, come on. Now, we know what Atlanta and Detroit, what happened, and that was a class act at the end. Nevertheless, NFL, get y'all shit together. Salute to Mr. Norris, who was going for a tackle. It was a head and neck injury. Undiagnosed folks have posted it on our TikTok page. It's posted on YouTube. He's good. He's at camp. However, that was crazy. Detroit was getting the advantage on that whenever the game closed out. And then Cleveland and Carolina. Now, this right here was funny because Carolina, as much as they've built the defense that is supposed to get them over the hump, your offense does not match. No kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not being funny. Tampa Bay is running the division. Atlanta is probably number 2 with the way they move. Carolina and the Saints are neck and neck for 3rd. So that would be a comparison. However, Shador gets in there, he drops his 2, and then, the rest is history because after that, most people tuned out, but that was a 30-10 victory. And one storyline was that was the Carolina Panthers. I know, right? All right, Washington and the New England Patriots, 48-18. You know I gotta give it up, guys. The Patriots blow them out from start to finish. I'm not gonna even hold you. You can be mad up. Let them rip because that was what training camp produces in game time situations, and I'm glad. Now, then we went on to the Giants and Buffalo. Russell Wilson has to knock the Russ off so Russ can cook. Not even faulting Russ, but the whole spectacle that the Giants wanted to put on, call it what it is, to portray Jackson Dart out there so they can spark more controversy. However, we focused on their defense because the defense has improved. And to beat Buffalo after going back and forth against Mitchell Trubisky, you sure enough had to win because what happened last year in New York? All right. In Minnesota, bringing in J.J. McCarthy, who is back, his first start versus Houston with C.J., who did not play. Minnesota takes this one. They get busy. J.J. gets his series. He scores. KOC is trying to keep him healthy. He's like the beat to John and Justin Hebert because he's trying to keep his young quarterback secure. And rightfully so with the weapons that you have, and you're trying to actually get past where you were because they had a good record last year. Minnesota was a top threat, but what happened? You know what happened. Okay, anyway. Now we move on. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh in Jacksonville. Travis Hunter debut. Travis Hunter's debut, mixed signals, and I'm more inclined to say if you think that you're going to be able to run the entire 17 games, 18 games. If you get to the postseason, that's another 4. All right. Good luck. It's not that I don't want to see it be done. It's like you have to be realistic in today's game. However, Jacksonville has a scheme. They have it pretty much wrapped up so my boy can get what he missed a tackle. He missed a few tackles. And I was watching them because you know what? We was giving them on Fox 8 last season for college football. So you would catch the games because they had made the point to get the games on. So when you watched him and you seen, the highlights with it, he does this phenomenal stuff. But the guy gets burnt, he misses tackles, and of course, if he's already tired, he's not going to give you that 100% like a defensive player who's been resting. So no. So when the tape footage came out, of course, we're not going to talk about that. We don't want to paint the number 2 draft pick in any other light, right? Please stop. Let's stop. This football season, we keeping it real. Dallas, y'all have a problem, and yes, we know what it is. You're immune to winning. 31-21, the Rams, without Matthew Stafford, beat them up. Send them back in. Tampa Bay and Tennessee. Tennessee wanted to see. This is what convinced me about this. Tennessee wanted to see Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley connection, drive the field, get the score. Once they got the score, that was it. Game was over. 29-7 Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay was doing Tampa Bay. So week 1 of the preseason definitely was knocking off rust, getting that little first, getting the rookies acclimated, and finding out who is going to step up. Because the next game if you did something in game one, you better damn sure not mimic, but outshine your performance this game. And it's just keeping it real, because you are now into the competitive side of football. Training camp and OTAs and draft and all that's good, but when we get to the training camp and we get to the scrimmages and we get to the joint practices and we get to the preseason, that's when the competitive stuff begins. You're not doing all this to go out there and lay an egg, because not that preseason makes the regular season what it is. It's the fact that if you don't have a product prepared and pre-season tested, tried, and you might well throw them in that frying pan and fry them up real good to make sure, because this is going to be the opportunity that a lot of people are going to have to come out excuses. They're going to come out with wrong schemes. Somebody did it. It's going to be a bunch of and let me tell you, Tom Brady said this 2 seasons ago. He said they're not developing players anymore. They're looking for you to come in and put a roster together where you go out there and you immediately win. That doesn't happen, folks. Let's keep it real. That does not happen. This is not the NBA, the NHL, MLB. This is the NFL. And what I told you NFL stands for, not for long. Matthew Stafford, he's still sitting out of practice as of Monday. Hopefully Tuesday, my boy will be back. I will go through the 100 list with y'all, but we're not going to do it. Not Dylan. Let's do the Dylan Gabriel, because you know what? Dylan Gabriel does not get any respect, folks. You wouldn't even know Dylan Gabriel was a Browns quarterback outside of Shedeur Sanders. And it's not that, it's not that Shedeur is, it's just the fact that Dylan Gabriel did not impact as Sanders. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. Don't be mad at me. Salute to them. Salute to the cuss. Salute to the CS. But like I said, it doesn't matter, because these people here, they have opportunity to. Let me just see. Hold on, wait. Let's just pull this up. Let's just pull this up on the screen, and we're going to see what it says. All right. No, wait. Go back. Wait, there it goes right there. All right. So take a gander. I'm going to take a pause for the cause and give me some water and take me a pee. So bathroom break, folks. And y'all get to enjoy some NFL. Please, John.
14 to 23. 138 yards. Really nice night for Shedeur Sanders. Pair of touchdowns, Brown.
Shedeur, pleased with the offense. Again, perfect.
All right.
Plenty.
Pleased with the offense. Pleased with everything that happened. That is it. I'm getting off of NFL because I forgot. We are streaming on YouTube. We are on YouTube and TikTok. So I don't want no copyrights. I don't want no copyrights. I'm not. I've been hit before. So pause for the cause. I will. We're gonna get some water. Use the bathroom, guys. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Stay clutch. All right, I hope everybody had a chance to get their waters. Bathroom breaks. If you're not back, don't worry. We're going to leave the door open for you now. If you didn't get it, listen to me. Hydration rules the nation. Stay hydrated. Keep yourself functioning. Also, use the bathroom. Do not. And if you're at work, you're going to walk around whatever you're supposed to, because guess what? I know how it goes. I started a podcast sitting there doing the floor at night. Put that machine on and headphones on, and the whole story. I get a couple episodes in. And I pause as I get this off the screen so we don't get copyrighted tonight by NFL. Even though they should just let us use it. And look at me, God, right now. Listen, and it's just crazy, right? And it's just a little crazy because the Pope Browns guys, they're paying Deshaun Watson guaranteed money, who's injured. They brought in Joe Flacco. They brought in Kenny Pickett. They drafted two. And this is the whole, but I'm trying to figure out, what are they doing? Like, we need to, you know what? I'm about to write that down. I'm writing that down right now. I'm gonna do a pod on quarterbacks, right? I'm gonna find the teams who have had the most quarterback turnovers. I'm not talking about like, but yeah, the Colts up there, because after Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck, they've been on a cycle. Jacksonville, the Saints are now on one of those. Detroit, there's not so much. Minnesota's on one. You can say the Giants, the Jets, teams like that who have tried to find that guy to make him their own. and it hasn't worked out. It literally hasn't worked out for him. But I'm trying to make sure that we all who wasn't it? Because I'm like really shocked, folks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like shocked that I'm not finding any Saints news about this quote Nick bringing in a veteran to update that roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, think about it like that, folks. After seeing week 1, game 1, now, if you come out there and you throw Rattler to Wolves again, and imagine none of the 3 on the roster. Well, let's go see. Let's go find out. I know who ain't playing. They don't mind letting us get a little sniff. Yeah, they don't mind letting you get. It's, however, I'm going to X though. I put everything on our Twitter page, everything on our X page, so that we ain't gonna copyright ourselves, but. Come on. And I thank y'all again for coming through to the CSM365 breakdown. Late nights, early morning, sports talk with your host. Just get ready, man. Like I said, we're going through sports talk. We're going to actually it's supposed to be going live on my Podbean too. Let me see. We might be doing a Podbean too. That way, I can have the live show with the call in, and I can get straight to the business because I'm all in. Yeah. Yeah, and plus I'm trying to buy shit off it. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna see. Man, what are we watching again? Oh, Kellen Moore.
Yeah, I think for all 3, there's going to be some good moments. There's going to be some moments we won't have back. We get to learn from those, get better this week. I thought, Spence did some good stuff coming out of there, using his feet where he had some avoided zone areas. He's able to make some plays.
You can look at him and see
plays out of it. Probably for us,
I don't think he believes in shit.
Football. We were close
right
on
now,
getting in the range for some points. We just weren't able to get those things done. Tyler played a little bit more just between the third quarter. Great 2-minute drive right before the half. I thought he did some really good things there. He felt under control. I thought he managed the situations really, really well. You throw a pick, you got to respond. And obviously no one wants to throw an interception. The way he responded was really, really good. For him to come back and handle that, from an emotional side, I thought that was awesome. And then he made a big play to tip there. And, Jake, just the way it played out, Jake only had those last 2 drives. He hopped in there, obviously, unfortunately, he had us moving and then unfortunately the pick again. So the lesson for us is just we got to protect the football.
When it comes to Tyler, is that talking about learning from your mistakes and just flushing him and getting back out there in the field and having those type of big plays?
No doubt. We don't want to create turnovers. We want to avoid those as best we can. But the way these guys respond is really, really critical to us because that's what's going to happen in this league as you go through these seasons. And so, I thought an interception, we'll learn from that one. We'll grow. But his response was really valuable.
Was the plan always for Tyler Shuck to sort of see the majority or the bulk of snaps, or is that just kind of how things played out?
We're going to be fairly close, but just the way the circumstance of the rotation in the series worked, he ended up getting a little bit more. But we had some flexibility within that schedule.
Was calling that play that double move touchdown to Mason right after that interception kind of intentional on your part? Did you have an opportunity to get that back basically?
Certainly felt like he handled it really well. He hopped back out there. We were moving the ball again right after the interception. We got in a situation where we had a 1st and 10, had an opportunity to be a little bit aggressive, and I think that's the beauty of these quarterbacks. If we can call it aggressive, take what they give you, and they don't give you those shots, you can find completions underneath it. That's a great way to play.
Well, like he said, that's the point he's trying to get them to make, is that they need to learn from their mistakes, which is rightfully so. However, he does recognize that this different. Like it don't make Kellen Moore and I'm trying, guys. Kellen just doesn't. He looking at him, bro. I'm sitting there looking at him, and he's explaining, and he knows the turnovers that killed him. He just came from the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Before that, he was with the Chargers running the playoff. Before that, he was with Dallas, and they was in the playoffs. Man, watch it one more time, yo. Hold on.
Yeah, I think for all three, we get some good moments. There's going to be some moments we have back. We get to learn from them.
We get to learn.
Those. I thought.
Supposed to. This is AB. Fucking AB.
Spence did some good stuff coming out of there, getting zone areas. He's able to make some plays out of it. Probably for us, just playing some situational football, we were close on getting in the range for some points, and we just weren't able to get those things done. Tyler played a little bit more just between the second and third quarter. Great 2-minute drive right before the half. I thought he did some really good things there. He felt under control. I thought he managed the situations really, really well. You throw a pick, you got to respond. And obviously no one wants to throw an interception. The way he responded was really, really good. For him to come back and handle that, from an emotional standpoint really well. I thought that was awesome. And then he made a big play to tip there. And, Jake, just the way it played out, Jake only had those last 2 drives. He hopped in there, obviously, unfortunately. He had us moving, and then, unfortunately, the pick again. So, big lesson for us is just we got to protect the football.
When it comes to Tyler, is that the stuff you were talking about, learning from your mistakes and just flushing them and getting back out there in the field and having those type of big plays?
No doubt. We don't want to create turnovers. We want to avoid. But the way these guys respond is really, really critical to us, because that's what's going to happen in this league as you go through these seasons. And so, I thought he did a great job. We'll learn from the interception. We'll learn from that one. We'll grow. But his response was really valuable.
Was the plan always for Tyler Shuck to sort of see the majority or the bulk of snaps, or is that just kind of how things played out?
We're going to be fairly close, but just the way the circumstance of the rotation in the series worked, he ended up getting a little bit more. But we had some flexibility within that schedule.
Was calling that play that double move touchdown to Mason right after that interception kind of intentional on your part? Did you have an opportunity to get that back basically?
Certainly felt like he handled it really well. He hopped back out there. We were moving the ball again right after the interception. We got in a situation where we had a 1st and 10, had an opportunity to be a little bit aggressive, and I think that's the beauty of these quarterbacks. If we can call it aggressive, take what they give you, and they don't give you those shots, you can find completions underneath it. That's a great way to play.
Yeah, I heard that. They take what they give you. But it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them guys, because I don't think they thought this one all the way through. I swear to God, I don't think they thought it. No, I'm trying to actually find my freaking logo I just had done. I uploaded. I'm trying to put us on the YouTube channel right quick, as well as here, guys. Oh, we already up there. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, folks, man. So I know Kelly Moore first year, but I'm almost certain that this is going to be, if it doesn't go any better than what it was last year. He's a first-year head coach. We had 2 rookie quarterbacks. It's going to be all kind of, the stuff that gets you out of trouble. I'm not buying it. Like, I'm not buying it. Like, we're not going to buy that, folks. We're going to keep it real because you had opportunity to get out there and get more. You had opportunity to get more. You had a whole draft. After looking at what Shedeur Sanders looks like, I'm quite sure people are like, heck, you could have went and got this guy. As much as we're going to talk shit about Cleveland, at least Cleveland has the opportunity to evaluate several candidates before making their decision. Versus you got no decision, man. Come on. Like think about it like this. You have absolutely no. You have Kellen Moore has had Dak. Oh wait, Tony. No, he was a quarterback as well. But say Tony Romo, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts. That was the last 3 quarterbacks he worked with. You thought you were about to come in here with Spencer Rattler and no takes against Spence. However, my boy did not move the needle. And then when you put the rookie in, the rookie looked good, but you had to appease Jake Hayner. That's not going to get the job done either. That's why I was not trying to get stuck with that talk because this was going to be one of those moments where you like, do you really want to? And then you think about it. You listen to his press conference. The press conference did not tell you anything except we're going to learn from this. We're going to do this. And then when it asked if it's going to be close, if the quarterback debate is going to be close between, he was like, where we're going to look at, he's still trying to hold on to it. It's not going to work, guys. Sorry. Oh man, let's get. I love these guys here.
54-yard touchdown pass. God,
love
you still had to see him and get the ball to him, and then
right
Jake Hayner finished up the game.
Nasty roll.
15 for 22, 165 yards. The touchdown, the pick 6. What do you give him?
He looked really good. I mean, I would give him an 8. Or maybe I'll say a 7.5 because of the pick 6. Right, he made a mistake. Certainly threw a little out route to the right sideline. There was late. Threw it behind the guy. Easy interception. Gone. But other than that, right, pretty good athlete. That shows arm strength. To me, the arm looked like the ball popped out of his hands a little bit better than a Shedeur Sanders or a Jackson Dart. So I think those are all positives. And Mike, I'm into like reading between the tea leaves, as some wise people have said before. I mean, if you watch that game yesterday, there's no doubt who they want to start the season. There's no doubt. Spencer Rattler did a pretty good job, but I don't know if he's starting quarterback material, let alone the way they called the game for Spencer Rattler as compared to the way they called the game for Tyler Shough. Just to me, as a guy that's been around the league my whole life, they want Tyler Shough to be the guy. And I would think that he starts next week, and they start down that path of him being the guy to be the week 1 starter. At least that looks that way to me.
Again. He said it, I didn't. He put it out there, and it's a valid point. we're not gonna want to step on this point. They designed this whole scheme. That's why, like I said, he wanted Spencer Rattler starting training camp, starting first. That way, when he goes with the rook, there's not an excuse. There's not, oh, well, we tried him. Look what happened. Look at this. And look. 7-11, 53 yards. Look at him, 15-22 for 165. 1.8, 7.5. He threw one interception, but also threw a touchdown. Yeah, he did 3 rushing, but I mean, come on. He could have ran more than that. He even said, Spencer Rattler even said, I should have moved. I should have ran when I didn't. He owns it. But I don't think you're going to be the starting quarterback this upcoming season. I'm honestly speaking, and especially if we get to when we get to the let me pull up their schedule. Hold on, pull the schedule. Next opponent is I think they next somebody weird. Fucking next opponent. Let's see. Holy folks, holy. Thank everybody for coming through, Clutch, and thank everybody for coming through tonight. Appreciate you. All right, we are. I do not want to download ESPN, bro. I don't want to download it. I just want to look at everything. Everybody wants to download some numbers and shit. You know. Really. All right, guys. NFL schedules. All right, folks. The Saints. The Saints are going to be playing. They get. Wait, no, that's this week. I need next week, week 2. They give me week 1. Sorry, guys. Week 1. I'm trying to get to week 2. I know they played the Chargers. The Chargers already didn't drug them up and down the field already. I don't want to see that. All right, my Patriots get Minnesota in Minnesota, Colac, Minnesota, and the Saints get Jacksonville. Oh, in the dome. Okay. All right. So the Saints get Jacksonville. So with defense like Jacksonville coming through, guys, and after seeing my boy Rattler did in starting 1. This is he wants them to protect the ball. So that specifically is for all 3 quarterbacks. Period. He's like in the nicest way, and look at his face. His face is saying, "Well, because these are rookies. These are rookies. Now I don't know if they can take. They should be able to take it. He should just go in there and cuss the motherfuckers out. Tell them, look, hey, bitch, throw the ball over, turn the ball over. I'm benching you, dumb man. You gone." And, maybe if you put a little more fire to their ass, it might change. I don't know. But holding on and trying to make it the Rattler versus Shaw is not going to work. Sorry, guys. It's not. And you're going to stop it. And that is, folks, the CSM365 Breakdown podcast. late nights, early morning. You know what we do about this time. We switch it over because we go run down on Call of Duty Mobile and whack doodle people. And so tonight's no other than whatever. And this is the first one for our series. Like, look at my boy. He walked in confident. That boy thought he was like, man, I'm about to go in here. I'm about to light it up. I'm about to go show him something. Look, I'm focused. I'm fully thinking. Didn't work. Didn't happen, champ. Because then, right here, what are we doing, champ? What are we doing? What are we doing here? See what I'm talking about? That's what we doing. All right. Now, this is from Saints fans, Saints forecast. If we flip the Saints quarterback stats Rattler did what Shaw did, and Shaw did what God awful as Rattler, we be saying the competition is over, and we be right. If the quarterback competition is close, it means Rattler is losing. And you heard what he said. He said, oh, it's going to be close. There's no closeness in there. You were dead the first half. You could only make a 2-minute and 17 clip of the passes and catches that the man put up on his first preseason debut versus your rookie who comes in and sparks the whole goddamn game. Lil Wayne said, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. Get it to them, get it. Yeah, get it. I'm not so. I'm not so. And we have a film room from my boy Jaden Dat. Salute Jaden Dat. Y'all make sure y'all follow these people. He gives you the film review from these two, and guess what? It's not good. He did not play Sunday, my boy AK-41. But nigga Jawan Jennings feed Jawan Jennings. Let me tell you, Jawan Jennings got a check.
There, play a game. What was it like to finally get out there and see someone else other than yourselves?
Yeah, it felt really good too. I think it's always good to get a different look at somebody and see the team come together as one. I think that's really good. It's always with each other, but it's also even better to compete against someone else. And so, yeah, we didn't come out with the win, but we learned a lot of good, valuable lessons, just like the mistakes and stuff like that, turnovers, things that we can learn from, things that are applicable. I think we're going to learn from it and come back, next week ready to go.
Nobody knows about the quarterbacks more than you guys, of course. I'll take you through each one. Spencer Rattler got the start. What did you think about his day? He said it was up and down. What did you think just from watching?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's going to be hard on himself. He's just a quarterback. He's a competitor. He wants to be, perfect in what he does, which is fair. But he did a great job. I think him working with,
I don't want to
I thought he did a really good job,
Then we
I know he wanted to score, I know he wanted to touchdown, stuff like that, but at the end of the day, he held himself, he was composed.
Tyler Shuck, we call him a young guy with his age. I know not really that young, but he's a rookie, just the way he played. Just the interception to pick six, and for him to bounce back and throw that long touchdown pass. What does that say about a rookie being able to do that?
Well, yeah, you can call him, a rookie, but he's smart behind his years, and that's something that's a testament to him. It's just called adversity. You throw a pick. Every quarterback in the league is thrown a pick. I mean, this hasn't been the first time. So if anybody gets on him for throwing a pick, I mean, your favorite quarterback's thrown a pick before. But the one thing about him is that he came back and he threw a touchdown, leading up to that drive. So it was good, man. It was a good bounce back. He had confidence going into it, and he did a really good job, I think. It's a true testament that he had a downfall, I guess, what people would consider. He learned from it. He came back and threw a touchdown.
I appreciate it. He is Saints tight end, Juwan Johnson. Back to you.
So, like Juwan Johnson said, and he's gonna know better because you know why? The guy is what? A receiver that needs to get catches. And who is this? apparently he's not going to throw enough because my boy did not have a good day, and they have not let go. And the head coach is the only one that's standing by his man. Stand by your man. But, all right, here we go. Let me see what is it. I'm surprised we didn't get an expensive rent. I've got the what's his name? The after game thing, bro. Like, I'm serious. It's ridiculous. And there it is right there. He saw too much up and down in Sunday. There goes the ball right there. Look. Him, ball. Him, ball. Him, ball. No shots fired. It's really not. You know what this is? This is true. This is true in sport. We keep it real with sports. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not letting you get away with this one. I'm not letting you get away with this one. It doesn't know. All right, folks. This is the thing. We done already got our little boom boom in here now. I need to go ahead and clip me up some of this good old footage, but I need to find this rattler. Let me put it in right here. Okay, yeah, put it in pregame. And pregame interview. I want y'all to hear him break it down because it's not fair, but it's a business. It's a business win. I don't expect to have a massive crowd of people, jump right into the live and and we blow up and we monetize. No, it take work. It take put up. And here he goes right here, folks. Let's get to it. I got my boy back. I'm not going.
Great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap and don't drop it.
I like it. Man is good.
Right off the bat. Yeah, I love it. Being able to move that pocket the first play and get an explosive play was great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap, drop it.
Ain't playing this man. The man got thrown into the.
Yeah, I loved it. Being able to move that pocket the first play and get an explosive play was great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap and don't drop it. Right off the bat. Yeah, I loved it. Being able to move that pocket the first play and get an explosive play was great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap and don't drop it. Right off the bat. Yeah, I loved it. Being able to move that pocket the first play and get an explosive play was great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap and don't drop it. Right off the bat. Yeah, I loved it. Move that pocket the first play and get an explosive play was great. Now the next step is the next play. Don't be too excited and too anxious to throw the bubble out there. Get the snap and don't drop it. Those we improvised, and he did a heck of a job feeling that, and we were kind of just on the same page.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going to ask about. It's like how quickly did you guys have to kind of develop that trust and feel on it? Obviously, working a lot of that stuff in practice.
Yeah, that was the first time it happened. So it's a good sign, I hope.
Is that like the same thing?
Yeah, a lot of those we improvised on them. So that was good to, good to see out there. I would say 3 or 4 of those we improvised. And he did a heck of a job feeling that. And, we were kind of just on the same page.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going to ask about. It's like how quickly did you guys have to kind of develop that trust and feel on it? Obviously, working a lot of that stuff in practice.
Yeah, that was the first time it happened.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign, I hope.
Is that like the same thing?
Yeah, a lot of those we improvised on them. So that was good to, good to see out there. I would say 3 or 4.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, y'all. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Let's see. Y'all thought I was bad.
I am in no more. This today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I am having a very bad day. I am in no more.
Watching what you watch, you definitely. And all we're doing, fans, is pointing out the fact that this was not planned. This was not planned. You can't script this. Let's go. Yeah, come on. You can't script this. After this, I'm going to leave it alone. But this is the Big Easy breakdown. I have to break it down. And then I'm going to go break down some people in Call of Duty because I'm going to run through them. If you play Call of Duty Mobile, send me the link. I will send you. Because you got to keep up. We're trying to drop a nuke in there.
And felt prepared. I don't think we took any sacks. O-line did a great job. We ran the ball pretty well. Converted when we need to on 3rd down. I think we were great on 3rd down in the second half. Just got to still finish in the red zone. I mean, there were still some plays out there to be made. I think trying to force that one into Juwan up the seam. Lulu number 4 made a good play on that. Should have put more touch on it. And just thinking of other plays. We could have definitely been better, but we gave ourselves a shot, and that's credit to my guys.
How important?
I was confident going in, and felt prepared. I don't think we took any sacks.
Now, he's letting going in, we were prepared. Everything was, I wasn't trying to take any sacks. However, he needs to figure out when it's time to boogie and when it's time to get it away. Because I know that, you didn't get the proper little introduction, but let me tell you now, this is your 2nd year, and the guy is breathing down your neck, and he is going to most likely be the starter. Sorry, it is what it is. Show has performed. If he outdoors him against Jacksonville this week, you might as well go ahead and just, be prepared to be that backup, because Kellen Moore is pretty much letting you know that whoever can control the ball, not turn the ball over, and move the ball, execute what the game plan is, well, sorry, my boy, it's not going to be you. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in to the late night, early morning. This is CSM365 Breakdown Podcast. I'm your host, Jay's Perspective, the Big Easy Breakdown, the Patriot Blitz, preseason kickoff, the review previews, those breakdowns. You get all the exclusive when you come through over here. We are now expanding. We got a little motion. So we're trying to stay right where we're at, and football is back, and we're back. So we're going to keep bringing you some clutch exclusives. I need you to stay tuned. Everybody, please like, subscribe, follow, go over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Please give us that little workout. This is the CSM365 breakdown, and I thank you for tuning in the late night, early morning. We'll be back because we'll be back over with the Call of Duty mobile gaming for a minute. So, I thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for pulling up. Stay tuned, stay clutch. And we are what? Out here. I mean, we're literally live on both of them. So, no. Huh. Wait, before we do dip out of here, folks, though, wait. I want to up there, let me go live on my own game live, right? All right, let's see if we can do that. All right, so I'm about to see if it's gonna actually let me do that retarded shit, right? If it's gonna let me just bust the mobile live and then, right? And see if y'all go see if it's gonna work. Might as well try it. Let's see. There you go. Wait. Boom. Oh, nope. Gotta end the other live on that just to go there. All right. So, look, y'all know. But then I'm trying to think, if I do that, how can I stream that bitch over here? So, yeah, because I just stream shit over here because, you know what? I'm just going to find something and just stream that bitch. That's what we about to do, you know? So stay tuned, stay clutch, man. We about to figure it out. I'll be back.